So recently, Jake Paul, yes, that's right, Jake Paul, he released a new music video, or a new song called "Fresh Out of London," where he takes digs at KSI. It's it's a good song in my opinion. Of course, you have to admit it's a really good song compared to his others, especially. Now, we're not going to talk about how good the song is or whatever. Yes, we are, but not like we're going to talk about specific aspects of it, and one of those aspects is who wrote the song. Well, there's been like quite a bit of speculation around going, and one person who has went on to try to prove that he didn't write the song was KSI, and what he showed was the credits of the iTunes song version or whatever you want to call it.
Didn't write this shit, bro. I knew this prick, this stupid fucking idiot, didn't write this song. Man thought he could get away with it. Nah. Not on my watch. Fam, here's the evidence. I mean, Jake, you don't have to write your music.
Now, what's funny about this is that like before, didn't KSI say that Spotify was incredible? It wasn't. It was incredible. I mean, it was incredible. I hate my bad.
This is a songwriting registry page. This is a good way to find out if someone actually writes their music. Because, money-wise, people get a certain percentage.
So, and iTunes is basically, it's almost the same thing. It is almost the same thing, except it's actually almost worse. It's basically the same thing. Spotify and iTunes are basically the same thing. You can't, you can't say, oh, one is better and then the other one is not better. It's the same thing. It's quite hypocritical, but I understand where KSI is coming from. But what's even worse is that, yeah, it shows this guy named Designer. I think everybody knows who Designer is at this point. So he apparently, Designer wrote the song. At least that's what it says. Designer and somebody else. So Designer, why would, here's the thing, in songwriting credits, there is, why would anyone put their stage name? Like, Designer is his stage name. His real name is Sydney Royal Selby. That is his real name. And in song credits, the real name is supposed to be there, which Spotify does. Spotify does put the real names, and it's more credible actually compared to iTunes, because the source of all the lyrics are directly from the label. They're all from the label, and if you're independent, it's kind of different, right? Right, like someone like Rice Gum, or you could say Jake Paul. They aren't mainstream. They're signed to a record label, or at least they're not trying to be more mainstream. Jake Paul is being more mainstream, so it would make sense that you would check the credits of Spotify, not iTunes. If you go to Spotify, it says Jake Paul only wrote the song, alright? But if you go to iTunes, it says the Designer and somebody else wrote the song. And by the way, nobody puts the first name, I mean their stage name, which just proves that it's not credible. But then if you go to ASCAP, it's not there. You see, ASCAP, Jake Paul doesn't have ASCAP credits, which is really weird. And it's gonna be really hard to tell. But then I listened to Logan Paul's recent podcast where he said that where Jake Paul said that he was vibing with his friends and they made the song, and he has like 16 or 40 songs prepared, really good ones. There's one better than this song. Well, I'm just gonna play the clip if I can find it. Don't worry, guys. I got you covered.
This song
Yeah,
yourself?
yeah. Me and one
dude.
friend
How is that possible?
vibing in the studio, vibing in the studio. We were going bar for bar. We go in the studio, and play the song over and over again.
But this song was probably would you say this was your
God damn it, the audio got cut again. Well, he says he has a new song which is better than this song. Now, if you look at his Genius credits, by the way, Jake Paul recently tweeted that you can change the Genius credits, like the writing credits. So so it won't be actually real, like it won't be official, because you can easily change anyone's credits, and 100% he's actually correct in that sense. You can easily change it. But I believe he changed everything back when it was done. Now let's look at his lyrics. Let's see if his lyrics are actually good. Genius.com. Sorry for the weird what is it called? The weird audio. So we're here. All right, and then it says, "I don't need friends, fake friends. Yes, I like this. This seems pretty cool. Yeah, the chorus seems pretty cool. Okay, wrist is flood. No competition can listen. Ain't talking about shit. I'm lit. They know. Is this a good? Is this good lyrics? They want to hear on music by making hits. These hundreds I throw 'em. I need like 80 a show. That's a minimum shit. Like this, you don't need a writer to make this. Like, come on now. Like, it's not that great. Just because somebody has a really good flow does not mean it does not mean it's really good. You know what I mean? Does that mean it's someone else had to write the entire thing for him? All right. Um, I was running Elms all week. I'm a vet. Quick trip from the bag. Fell asleep on the jet. On a different time. Audemars spaghetti. Like it's not that bad. Like it's not something that is so. Like the only thing he talks about is money. Money, music, and girls. That's basically it. And then the chorus, of course, I don't need you. This is pretty cool. Like even if, yeah, just if you search fresh London, just search the music video. We just play it. It's not that bad. Like if we play it, it's not bad.
But I heard it was like this.
Honestly,
I don't need new friends, I don't like fake friends. Only here to make ends, call when they check in. I don't like partial, need a whole beat. I throw 'em, I need like 80 and show this some minimum shit. I leave the house that I'm
yeah. So it's not.
getting, I swear this shit running up M's all week. I'm a vet,
It's just.
trip for the bag, fell asleep on a jet. On a different time, this is autumn up again. See,
The flow is what's good. It's not anything else. You know what I mean? It's the flow that is good. It's not the lyrics. You know. You should talk about who the person who made the lyrics. Now, if you're to compare, for example, if KSM was to compare his flow with Jake's, or somebody wrote your flow, like he can't really prove anything. No one can prove who wrote a song, who wrote the flow, and even who wrote a song. It's like really hard. You know what I mean? Because again, if you go to Spotify, and then we check, let this load. We go to Jake. So we go to Jake, Paul, and go to Fresh Out of London. We go to credits. Let's see. It says Jake Paul. You know, everything says Jake Paul. Now the source is different. The source is this is because he's independent. He doesn't have a source. He doesn't have a label. So I'm trying to see who put this out. And this is also there for, I believe, his I checked some other credits. It was not only Spotify which had this, because if you see, let's take Eminem. Okay, let's just see Eminem. Let's see Godzilla. Okay, Godzilla. We go show credits. Shady after Interscope Records. So the source is literally his album. So you can just check. Eminem, an actual mainstream artist, will have the same credits as this in Spotify and in ASCAP, which is quote unquote the most credible source, which I'm not sure about that. And then if you go to KSI, which I believe will have the right one. So if you go to Killa Killa, show credits. That's a lot of people. And Diego Avio, she does that a lot more people. Maybe it's just his name is pretty long and stuff. The names are pretty long. But yeah, you can see BMG Rights Source Management. This is literally his own label, right? So yeah, but then if you go somewhere to like when he was somewhere here, Distractions or Jump Around, he will have his no, not Beerus. If you go down, like, I think this will be pretty good. So if you go show credits, Universal Island Records, I think this was just a distribution. He wasn't actually signed to anyone else, like officially, because there's difference between like distributing the music, the labels, you know. KSI is actually signed to a label, so you can confirm. It's very easy to confirm that his most of his new music is is actually correct. So if yeah, even this, like all of these songs, there's a very high chance that all of these will be confirmed, like 100%. It's correct. I don't know about Jake Paul, but it's different for Jake Paul. Spotify different, iTunes different. So we're not sure who wrote this, all right. But it's definitely, there's no source which shows that he wrote it, which you can confirm. So apparently, yeah, like I think, I mean, I showed a previous snippet that he said that him and his friends were somehow vibing and making music. So I think that is the main tell you guys this. But apparently he stole a flow of this guy named Aaliyah Daniel. I hate this guy. This guy's like so corny and cringe. I'll actually, but then like we have to see this one. We have to see this one. Let's. I mean, eh, I guess. I mean, he also stole someone's like starting like intro. Like, who would steal a guy like him? But like, I mean, sometimes, yeah, it must have been a coincidence. I'm not sure about that. I don't think so. Maybe, but I absolutely hate this guy. This guy is such a cloud chaser and such. He will do anything to get clout. I absolutely hate him. But then like, it's Jake Paul, man. Like you have to look at it. You have to look through. You have to look. So what I showed you guys, it's not something that is that great. All right, it's not something that he can't do. Yeah, he can do this, but what's kind of weird is that like, I think he must have learned from Rice Gum's mistakes, quote unquote mistakes. I not mistakes you could say, but he basically tried to find a way through what KSI tried to do with Rice. And by the way, like KSI absolutely like I don't think he should be like he shouldn't be like a hypocrite trying to say that this streaming service is bad, but this one is good for even though the Spotify is like way more credible. But I can't trust KSI on this one, on this specific these specific instances. But I hope you guys try to get an idea of how things work, how things went with Jake Paul, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. Bye.